Hi guys, how are you? Today we're talking about Speakly, an app that was created by two polyglots who speak both seven languages. I think it's pretty cool and it really shows that two polyglots created this. At least for me as a polyglot, it feels like a really good app. They contacted me. This is sponsored content, but as you know, I only do sponsored content I believe in. Things that I use or would use because like what's the point of recommending things I don't like? I don't see it anyway. So I hope you like this review and let me know your experience down below, good or bad. All comments, all experiences are welcome. Just leave a comment down below and let's get started. As always, thanks a lot to my Patreons. And yeah, I really, really like this app. What do I like about it? It is based on content, so it's comprehensible input. Yes, thank you. And it's also something, as you know, I am a bit of a productivity freak. And I like this Pareto principle with the 80-20, focus on the important things and so on. And I think this is so important for language learning. And that's what Speakly focuses on. Like it lets you focus on the most important stuff and you don't need to be focusing on words you're never going to use. So, and it also lets you a little bit choose your path. So do you want to focus more on speaking or do you want to focus more on writing? What's your focus? And of course, it's based on your level. So I tried it out for French and I took a placement test and was placed in advance. And of course, if I was trying an app for French and it was very basic, it would be really boring for me because I already have like a B2 level or something like that. But still, this level helps me improve. So what I really like are the speaking exercises. So you get to read, for instance, dialogues, and then you get to speak and to pronounce the words yourself. And it actually, gives you feedback. So if you don't pronounce it well, then you get to repeat it. And even if you're advanced, I have actually noticed things that I didn't notice before. So I sometimes say tous for all when I want to say tout. And if I say toutes is also wrong. So it's just, focusing on the little things. And for instance, this dialogue, so first you can read the dialogue if you want, like je ne suis pas sûre si je devrais quitter mon travail et fonder une entreprise. Tu dois croire en toi-même si tu veux réussir. Oui, mais si ça ne marche pas, alors quoi? Si tu travailles dur, ça marchera. C'est aussi simple que ça. Ok.
Je ne suis pas sûre si je devrais quitter mon travail et fonder une entreprise.
And now it's my turn to translate the sentence. You have to believe in yourself if you want to be successful. And it gives you some hints if you need them. And then I just recorded. Tu dois croire en toi-même si tu veux réussir. Yeah.
Tu dois croire en toi-même si tu veux réussir.
Yes, it's true.
Mais si ça ne marche pas, alors quoi?
Now I have to, if you work hard, then it will work. It's as simple as that. Si tu travailles dur, ça va fonctionner ou ça marchera. C'est assez simple que ça. Si tu travailles dur, ça marchera. C'est assez simple que ça. C'est aussi
Si tu
simple.
travailles dur, ça marchera. C'est aussi simple que ça.
C'est aussi simple que ça. C'est aussi... okay. So for instance, this is a thing I wouldn't normally do. Si tu travailles dur, ça marchera. C'est aussi simple que ça. So you see, I improved my pronunciation.
Si tu travailles dur, ça marchera. C'est aussi simple que ça.
So this is my favorite feature of the app for improving your speaking. There's another feature that's pretty cool and it's connected to music. As you know, I always say learn languages with music is the best thing you can do. You have repetition, you have pronunciation, you have vocabulary, you have emotional connection, you have like everything. It's perfect. Learning with music is perfect. And this app gives you information about musicians in French, for instance. And for instance, in French, I didn't need it because I've been listening to French music for years, but I will actually check it out for Russian because I don't know any musicians in Russian, any singers, any bands. So this is gonna be an amazing tool for me to improve my Russian because I just can play the music on the background. And I mean, I can work on the lyrics, of course, but it's like it gives you access to something that if you're a learner, you don't always know bands in the language you're learning. So I think this is like an amazing feature. And then the last feature I wanted to talk about is the feature related to grammar. As you know, I'm not the biggest grammar fan, but sometimes it can help you to understand some concepts. But I think, like I said, 80-20 principle, just focus on the most important stuff. And I read this where it says, oh no, grammar. It's so funny, like it's how I feel about it too. So I'm just gonna read it out loud. Here you'll find everything you'll ever want to know about grammar. Yes, that's right. This short list is everything you'll need. Wait, what? But I have this extensive 300-page book about grammar, I hear you say. Well, you see, you don't need to be a grammar pro to speak a language well. You don't even need to know half of what you think you ought to know about grammar, unless, of course, you are a grammar-obsessed perfectionist with a lot of free time, which I'm not, or a linguist, which I actually am, but I'm like a practical linguist. If that's the case, go for it. For everybody else, there are only a few things about grammar that you'll need to know to speak a language well. And lucky for you, we've gathered all of them right here. Yeah, that is super convenient. I actually noticed this when learning Italian or Swedish. You know, I was learning the languages in a very natural way, but sometimes you do need this little bit of support for grammar. Like, I don't know, I could figure out the plurals in Italian on my own, but like if I just read it once, it will be a lot easier for me to get those differences. So, or with Swedish, I mean, the article goes after the noun. So hunden is the dog, but like I would need a long time to figure that out on my own. So having this kind of sneak peek onto how the grammar of that specific language works, I think is a great thing. But you need to keep it like short, and I think that's great. So like I said, I really like it. It helps you improve your pronunciation. It helps you practice with, I think, good texts, or at least the ones I found were pretty good. And then you get access to music, and if you need it, you can just check out grammar. There are other features. You know, I'm not a big fan of learning and practicing vocabulary with cards, like vocabulary cards, but there's this feature as well. I just wanted to talk about the features that were most interesting to me and that I really were like, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I hope you liked it. I would recommend you to go try it out today. It's for free for the first 7 days, so you got nothing to lose. And I mean, you can learn about music in the language you're learning. I will leave a list of the languages you can learn there here so that you know beforehand. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. Thanks a lot to my patrons, and thanks a lot to Speakly for contacting me for this sponsored video, because I really enjoyed the app and I liked creating this video. I hope you like it too. Leave me a comment with your experience, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.